All right, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday live at 5 at Old Town Quilt Shop. This is Stacy. So we're just going to kind of wait to get some people on, and in the meantime, we'll show you our little quilt show flyer here. So just a reminder that we're hosting a quilt show for our local guilds, and so it's just coming up. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. So we'll talk about it again towards the end of the show when we have more people on. So hi to Tommy and Connie. Welcome. Tommy, we're looking forward to seeing you. Melissa. Excellent. So we've got some people on. Alrighty. So I guess we can go ahead and start on fabric. It's going to be a quick one, so if you came late, well, you're going to miss it and you're going to have to go back and watch it again. So we didn't get a whole lot in, but we do have some fabrics and we have some precuts and patterns to show you, and then we'll talk about our classes again, and then we'll talk about the quilt show that's in a couple of weeks. So let's do, a quick reminder about our new hours. So the new hours are really for just Mondays from 3 to 7 p.m. So, and then Tuesday through Friday is still 10 to 5 and Saturday is still 10 to 4. So just a reminder about Mondays that it's 3 to 7. So hopefully you working people are able to come and shop after work. Okay, so fabric. Like I said, we don't have a lot, so this is going to be quick. So the first one we have here is a petite. It's called Forest Trails. It's $13.45 a yard, and it's by Robert Kaufman. And it is a nice tan color. It kind of has like a wood grain look to it. And we actually have some other fabrics that are from the same collection from Forest Trails. So if you look it up online, it'll come up with a whole list of them. But this is the newest color that we've gotten in. I think this is the last of it now that we'll be getting. So things are still just kind of trickling in. Again, we're getting stuff that we were supposed to get a long time ago. I guess we'll just go right along here. Okay, this Saturday is Sew a Jelly Roll Day, sponsored by Moda Fabrics. Moda! And this happens to be a jelly roll. This one is called Urban Farmhouse Gatherings. It is in colors that we don't normally do, but they are pretty. So they're, got kind of a creamy, you've got grays, you've got darker grays, charcoal and black. $39.99. These are 2.5-inch strips, and there are 42 pieces in the jelly roll. So if you like this one and you want to purchase it, you can come and sew it on Saturday from 10 to 4. Alrighty. Another pre-cut that we got in is these 5-inch charm squares, and this is Tula Pink's True Colors charm pack. And there's 42 pieces in here. They're 5-inch squares. So it includes all from her line. So there's, the little hexies. I think there's dots and maybe stripes. So there's all kinds of different things in here. So if you're doing something that uses 5-inch squares, these would be great. You can cut them up into 2.5-inch squares. So the rainbow of colors. It's, Tula Pink. I think when you look these up on the website, it shows everything that's in there. So you'll be able to see all of that. And also from Tula Pink, we got Fairy Flakes. This is a white on white fabric. I know Fairy Flakes sounds weird, but it's a play on what she already has, which is called Fairy Dust. So what this is kind of the enlarged version of the things that she has on there. So you've got the, the birds here and all the little stars and the hearts and the dots. So they are coming through. So if you need something that has kind of a larger print for a background, or maybe you can fussy cut it and put it in the center of something and then quilt around it to kind of highlight that. That'd be kind of fun. So that's also Tula Pink, and that's Fairy Flakes, and that's $14.35 a yard. Okay, another white on white is Morning Mist 4. This is from Blank Quilting. It's $10.99 a yard. And these are little dragonflies. And we have had these before, but I think it's been a little while since we've had them. So it's not a true white. It's a little bit off-white, but then the dragonflies are white on them. So, and of course, these are found in our white on white section. All right, the last fabric that we got is called Time and Tide. It's $13.45 a yard. It's from Free Spirit, but the designer is Shell Rummel. And we actually have a previous collection of hers. We had done a quilt in it. It's very pretty. But these are just nice. They're soft, soft prints. This kind of looks like, I don't know, like sandstone almost, but it's in a real sagey, I don't know what kind of color. It's not quite as blue as what it's showing and not quite as dark. This is a very soft, low volume collection. And it's very beachy. Obviously it's called Time and Tide, so it's going to be very beachy. So you've got this kind of wavy sandstone, and then you have the little birds. So there's kind of little splotches of them here and there. And they're kind of in like little they're peach and gray and a very light teal, kind of a lightish blue on white. And then you have rocks. I'm not sure what this one is called. I don't know if it says it on there. They kind of just look like rocks, or like sea glass maybe. They're kind of on a light blue, almost a washed background, and again it's the peach and the light blue and kind of a very pale yellow color, not nearly as vibrant as what's showing on the camera. They're much lighter. And then I don't know, these kind of remind me of bubbles, but not quite. But you know, it would be a good like sashing to use. It's very soft, like soft grays and mauves almost, and blues. And then you have these guys, which could be jellyfish, sea anemones, not sure what they are. They're white on top of a soft, kind of a washed blue background. So this collection actually works really well. We have another collection that has kind of these peaches and blues in it, and I should have gotten the name of it, but it works really, really well with it. So they all kind of go together in a 3-yard quilt or a 5-yard quilt, or just, you know, some kind of beachy quilt. If you want to have a quilt that you can take to the beach to put on the sand to sit on, these would make a really, really nice quilt for that. All right, and then we have some patterns, some Christmas patterns. So the first one is called Frosty Friends, and this one actually uses a fat quarter pack, and it's using the Me and My Sister's Merry and Bright collection, which we do have some of those fabrics. I think we have the snowman on red. I believe we do have a fat quarter bundle of it. I could run and get it, and you can focus on what it uses. So the fat quarter bundle has the reds and the whites and the greens in it, with little snowmen. You can't see all of the designs on there, but we do have a fat quarter bundle. So if you wanted to use the fat quarter bundle, it does take 16 fat quarters, 8 reds and 8 greens, and there are many, many more than this in here, so you can make 2. But that's Frosty Friends. I was also thinking though too, you know, if you just did 1 row of it, that would make a really cute table runner. Or if you did just 4 of them, you could make a table topper. So even if you don't want to do the entire quilt, you know, you could still just do a few of them and have a cute little holiday thing, or, you know, make placemats or little tiny mug rugs or a little wall hanging, you know, something. You don't have to do the entire quilt, because it does make a fairly large quilt, 62 by 82. So if you just did a row of them, maybe just 3 of them, it wouldn't be quite so. I don't know anyone who has a 62-inch table, but so that's one. And then the other one that we got that's also being shown using this same collection, the Merry and Bright by Me and My Sister Designs, is Starburst. Now this one uses the double wide Dresden ruler, and that ruler actually comes in the pattern. It's included in the pattern, so you don't have to worry about, do I have that ruler or not? It's included in the price of the pattern. The pattern's $14.95, so it's really not that much more than what you're spending for a regular pattern. And again, this would make a cute table topper if you just did 1 of these Dresdens. You know, you wouldn't have to do all of them, or, you know, wall hanging or whatever. So this one uses 5-inch squares, which is a charm pack. which you could cut out of the rest of your fat quarter bundle after using it for Frosty Friends. See, we're just, making all of these fun things that you can do so you don't have all that excess fabric, because we know how you hate having stash. So that's everything that's new that came in. So now we're going to talk about upcoming classes, just as reminders. So this Saturday, like I was saying earlier, is Sew a Jelly Roll Day from 10 to 4, and it's $12 a person. And so you can come in and sew up that Urban Farmhouse Gatherings jelly roll that you've just purchased online from us, or any other jelly roll that you have sitting around in your stash. And Moda also has some free patterns available, so if you're searching for a pattern, there's their free ones, plus we also have plenty of patterns that use jelly rolls here in the shop. And then at the end of this month is Summer Swag. That's a Tuesday and Wednesday, September 28th and 29th from 10 to 4 each day. And that's $50 plus the ruler, and I'll be teaching that one. And then we have the Dresden plate class, and so this is the Dresden, and that's going to be on Wednesday, October 13th from 10 to 4. And George is going to be teaching you that, so he's going to teach you how to cut the Dresdens, sew them together, and then also stitch them down to the background and stitch down the little centerpiece there. So, and he was just in today, and he had something really cool that used a Dresden in the center and had a border around it, and then partial Dresdens around the outside. So he's got all kinds of ideas of how you can use a Dresden plate in, lots of different ways, in half, in quarters, so all kinds of fun things. So I think it's going to be a really fun class. He's going to be giving a whole bunch of these as Christmas gifts. He's going to use one as a wreath on his door. So there's all kinds of different ways to do the Dresden. You can do different sizes, lots of fun stuff. So that class again is Wednesday, October 13th from 10 to 4, and it's $30 for the class and then $31 for the ruler. Okay, and then the other class that we have also in October is Mimosa, and that's Saturday, October 23rd from 10 to 4, and it's $30 plus this pattern, and Michelle is going to be teaching that. And the glare on there is horrible. There we go.
Yeah. And if you have the folded corner clipper.
And if you have the folded corner clipper tool, that will make this super handy. And she'll be showing you how to use that. So if you don't already have it, you will fall in love with it. Let me tell you, you will fall in love with it after this class, once you see what it can do. So that's Mimosa. And this one uses fat quarters. So if you have excess fat quarters of your Frosty Friends, you could do a Christmas version of it. You'll just have all these fun little things out of fat quarters.
Frosty Friends, Tommy wanted to know if the snow people were pieced or applique. They're pieced.
They are pieced, yes. Frosty Friends is pieced. And then their little buttons are actual buttons. I think they call for buttons. You and 48 1-inch buttons, or half a yard of black fabric if you would rather applique.
And I'm pretty sure you could use the folded corner clipper.
And you could probably use the folded corner clipper on this as well.
I don't know, I haven't looked at it.
I haven't looked at it either because we just got it, so more than likely you can. Okay, so that's classes. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the quilt show that we are hosting. And that's in just a couple of weekends here, so it's October 2nd and 3rd. From 10 to 4. That's a Saturday and Sunday, and the shop will be open both days. So this is our way of allowing our 2 local guilds, their members, to show off their quilts and things that they've been working on this last, year, 2 years. Since we no longer have a quilt show, we just wanted, an outlet for them to do that. So we're going to be hosting that. It is completely free to the public. There is also a preview night on Friday, October 1st from 5 to 7. That also happens to coincide with First Friday here in town, and that's when a lot of the businesses stay open a little bit later. So there's, usually people walking around, and you can go grab dinner and come see some quilts, maybe get somebody interested in quilting, who knows. So if you are in one of the 2 local guilds here, the All America City Quilt Guild, or if you are in Santa Maria Valley Quilt Guild, please get your applications in by Monday to submit your quilts, and also to volunteer for the show. If we don't get quilts or volunteers, we don't get to have a show. So get those in. I think that's it. Don't forget new hours on Monday from 3 to 7. And I don't know. I guess that's it. So we will see you next Wednesday at 5 o'clock again. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye.